Right. Make sure that the delay goes over before I officially start getting crazy. Hey guys, welcome to another Whip Wednesday knockout, where we are going to be knocking out 3 projects that we have around the house that we just have not been able to get to. And now is a great opportunity. I have created a very structured time frame, a very structured live for you to take 3 of anything. It can be 3 crochet projects, knit projects, crafting, or like quilting, cross stitching, any of the crafts. We all have problems with accumulating a few too many projects, and that's a big reason why I have created these Whip Wednesday knockouts, a very structured live. If you don't want to work on a project, maybe you want to color, you're taking a break, and that's totally cool. Bring some color sheets, whatever medium that you like to use, crayons, colored pencils, markers, or some people like to do chores during these structured time slots. Every 20 minutes, they do a different chore where they hyper focus and give their all to this one specific thing. I have some people at work right now. If you are at work, like you're on TikTok, or you're on YouTube, or you're on Facebook, or you're on Instagram. I've got all 4 platforms going on right now, which is very, very exciting. So I can connect to as many people as I possibly can. If you're at work right now, maybe you use this time maybe you're just listening. I'm just background noise for you, or maybe you're using the 20 minutes productively. So if you're new here, please let me know in the comments. I am new to the Whip Wednesday knockouts. Every Wednesday we get together at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I live here in Texas. And so you feel free to adjust to whatever time zone that you live in. But we put together 3 20-minute sections for you to hyper focus on a project. And so in about 3 minutes, I start promptly at 05. So for me, that's 2:05. For you, it's whatever, 05. That way, if anyone sees the replay, they just know to fast forward to the first 5 minutes to begin our first 20-minute session. 20-minute session number 1, you're going to pick a project, something to do, and you're going to hyper focus. I want you to just look at your project, and I'm going to be talking. I'm going to give you something to listen to. And you're going to hyper focus on your project for 20 minutes. I've got a timer behind me, so it's going to keep us on track. And then we'll have a 5-minute transition where we will finish up what we were doing in the first 20-minute session. We will put that away nice and neatly. No stress, no anxiety. This is all mellow, calm, productive. And then we will jump right into session number 2, where you'll grab the second something, and then you'll start hyper focusing, working on that. And then after the second session, we're going to stretch together, really focus on our bodies, focus on our health. After that amount of time, it's just really good for us to stretch, make sure everything is, back to level position. And then we'll jump right back into session 3, where we will pick up our third project or third something that we're going to be working on and dive right in, hyper focusing. Also in session number 3, I am announcing the winner to a giveaway. Every month, as just for funsies, I do a small little giveaway just to, make it interesting, hopefully keep you coming back and keep wanting more. Every month, just kind of something different, something new. And today I am announcing a winner. So if you're like, what? You had a giveaway? What's going on? I didn't know. It's okay. You may have missed this one, but more are coming. So there is lots of opportunity. Don't feel like you missed the boat. It's all good. It's all okay. Welcome, everybody. We got one more minute before we get started. So I also tried to provide 5 minutes before we jump right in, because some people are finding this live. They're like, oh yeah, got the notification. Crap, I need to go find 3 things to do. This also gives you an opportunity to go around your house or quickly find one thing, like one whip, one project that you have, and be like, oh, gonna snag that, and that's what I'm gonna work on. For me, that's not a problem. I literally have so many projects around my house that, I just look over there and I see 3. I'm like, there's my 3 that I could be working on. It's a problem, which is why I started these Whip Wednesday knockouts. I figured the biggest problem that a lot of people have is just setting aside the time to work on past projects. They feel like if I work on a past project, I have to sacrifice doing something else. And, we can waste 20 minutes easily on our phones. And, if I can just structure this for you, then hopefully it's making some forward progress into chiseling away a project. We are now at 2:05. Session number 1 has just begun. Got the countdown going on in the background. Hopefully you can hyper focus on a project. I will be letting you know what the clock is saying, so you don't have to stare it down. You don't have to keep looking up. I will be like mentioning, hey, we got this many minutes left in session number 1 throughout, so you kind of have something in mind to gauge off of. Great. Now that session number 1 has officially begun, I can like breathe a little bit. Take a pause, take a second, and welcome everybody. Hi guys, I have people from all 4 platforms on my live right now. I'm thrilled to make that happen because I was trying to figure out how can I reach as many people as possible to try to help as many people as possible. Again, I'm not getting anything out of this. This is me serving you because I feel like putting these together, like having this very structured live every single Wednesday, this time set aside for you, that hopefully I'm helping you to accomplish something or de-stress or finish something. And, you know, it's all for positivity. It's all for giving back, and is also a big thank you to everybody just for being there and supporting me and everything that I do. I love you guys so much and I really appreciate it. FYI, you may hear weather in the background, possibly. I do have a thunderstorm happening right now in North Texas. So if you hear thunder or hear a lot of rain, my window is like right there. So you might hear that. I love thunderstorms. Let me know. Do you like thunderstorms? I find them fascinating. I enjoy them a lot. It's never been scared of them, never shied away. I've always been just kind of intrigued by them. I don't know, maybe it's just severe weather. It's different. It's different, so it catches your attention. Maybe that's it. But giving you a heads up on that. So welcome everybody on TikTok. I'm thrilled that you're here. I know that it's very easy to scroll, but if you could give me a like, that would mean the world. And I do have a goal. I don't know if it shows up. Oh, it does, sort of kind of this it's like a cotton candy heart. I'm trying to get the cotton candy heart. We'll see if it happens. Eventually, one day I might get a hot dog. I know it's a really silly goal, but I'm like, that would be funny. I want to get a hot dog at sometime. And that can only be achieved by you guys. You guys giving me a hot dog on the screen. I just think that'd be hilarious. Everybody over here, I have YouTube. Thank you, all of my amazing YouTube people. I've got Facebook on here and Instagram as well. I'm so thrilled that you're here. I'm so thrilled that you could make it. Hopefully one of the notifications popped up for you and that you're able to make it to the live. I have so much to talk about. I will get to all those things eventually. We have plenty of time. Session number 1, guys, we have 16 minutes and 50 seconds left of session number 1. So you still have lots and lots of time. But I am also live with you right now. So if you have a question that you would like to ask, you can absolutely do that. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. If you want to ask something that's crochet or yarn related, I am here for you and I'm willing to answer all questions. Heads up, I do answer the question to its fullest. So I try to give a full answer. If you're somebody who has a question, you're like, I need an answer really quickly. Can you please ask it quickly? Then there are different things that you can do. TikTok, you can show some kind of thing on the screen. Catch my attention, and then I will see your question. YouTube, you can do a super chat, super sticker. It pops out at me and it catches my attention. Instagram, Facebook, I'm not exactly sure what features you guys have over there, but if anyone has a question, please start your question with a couple question marks while I'm quickly scanning through the comments, and there's a lot of them. I'm going to be looking for those question marks for questions, and having 3 question marks to begin, it's like catches my attention really quickly. So if you could do that, that would help me tremendously. And then just patience. I will get to your question. If I don't get to it today, I will go back, I will write it down, and I'll answer it next week. Also, if I miss your question, if I didn't see it and I accidentally skipped over it, just ask it again. I will see it at some point, I promise. Thank you so much for the hearts. It means the world. You guys, please like this video. Just give you some feedback. If you enjoy these lives, it just helps the algorithm. It helps me, and it's just all over positivity. All right, let's go ahead and dive in the chat, shall we? We have just shy of 15 minutes left of session number 1. Oh, Queen Black Butterfly, I really appreciate you so much. You're amazing. Everybody over here, I see lots of people from YouTube. I saw somebody from Facebook. That's fun. Let me know if you're here. I want to say hi. So hi, Samantha. Hi, Shatika. Hi, Susan. Hi, Linda. Hi, Brittany, Amelia. Hi, Melos. And it's like an S and a Z right next to each other. I'm like, I'm not sure exactly like Melos, how to pronounce that, but I did my best. Annette, welcome. Pam, hi. Amy, hello. Auntie M, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, looking for those questions. Denise, welcome. Shoba, welcome. Oh, got a newbie. Kathy, welcome. That's so exciting. I'm so happy you're here. It's a big deal. You guys are busy people, and taking some time out of your day to be here, it means a lot. So we have 13 minutes, 40 seconds left. You got this. Welcome, Mary. Hi, Gabalot. So cool. Hi, Julie. Hi, Denise. Hi, Yola. Okay. So a couple things. Wanted to remind you, stick around to session number 3. Try to make it to the end because I will be announcing the winner to this bad boy right here. This right here is my yarn. If you didn't know, I have my own yarn line that I put a lot of input into the actual fiber that was in, like I helped make the yarn. I put a lot of input on the structure of the yarn. So it's not just like I saw that and was like, that's really pretty. Can I feature that? Can that be mine? Can I just like pick a couple colors and that's my yarn line? No, I had full input on this yarn. I'm working with this still a very active collaboration with Fiber Lady Yarn. They make their own yarn. They specialize in bamboo. It's just something that their hearts go out to is bamboo. And they are like in my backyard. I met them through a yarn crawl, and we're like, we would love to do something together. And so they asked me like, would you like us to make you a yarn? I was like, that'd be amazing. I'm a crocheter. So I was like, could we do a size 3 weight yarn? Size 4 he could do, but it pushes his machines really hard to have that many plies come together to spin together. So he could do it, but it's really taxing on his machine. So I was like, I can do a 3, a light 3. That's totally fine. So it's a 3 weight yarn. It's 80% bamboo, 20% Serona. And you might be like, what's Serona? Serona is a very brand new fiber. It's a corn-based nylon substitute. So it's like an elastic substitute that's plant-based. Super cool, brand new in the fashion world. I'm like, what is that? And a lot of people that I say, there's Serona in that, they're like, what's Serona? it's very new to the textile. Is that the word? Textiles? People that make fabric material, their world. So that's in there too, because I love bamboo. Bamboo is a temperature regulator. So if you make any wearables with bamboo, it's great to wear when it's hot outside because it keeps your body temperature like level. It doesn't get you too hot. Like acrylics can make you a little warm. Wool can definitely make you a little warm. Alpaca is also another fiber that can keep you cooler because alpaca themselves need to have their alpaca fiber. I didn't know if you knew this. Tangent here. Alpaca fibers are hollow. Isn't that crazy? That's why like they're okay when it's really hot outside and they have all this fleece on their body. It's because their hair follicles are hollow. And so if you make something with alpaca, then it's not going to get you too hot because you're basically wearing something that's like a hollow fiber. It's kind of crazy if you think of it. But bamboo is a temperature regulator, keeps you warm and when it's cold outside, keeps you cool when it's hot outside. Super easy to take care of. You can throw this in the washer and dryer. It's strong, strong stuff. But this right here, the prize that I'm giving away today in session number 3, was like a leftover. This yarn, the reason why it's like so huge, it was the end of a batch. So he took the last bits of the yarn that were part of that batch and he just put it, he's like, okay, well, we got the leftover. He took some leftover yarn dye and he made it's called a one of a kind. A lot of restricted. Live visibility restrictions for 10 minutes. Not now. I don't know why I'd be restricted. I'm not talking about anything that's like needs to be restricted, but okay. The dye, it's called a one of a kind. Don't know if you've ever heard of that one of a kind. It's because it can't be replicated, right? He basically took what was left on the machine. He took the last little bits of some dye and he put them together and it made this gorgeous beauty. There are, I think I had it written down somewhere. It's like 500 and something, like 500 and a half yards of yarn in here. So it's almost 2 whole skeins. Like of my regular. So this is mine too, but it's in the color pumpkin. So it's like 2 of these are in there. So someone gets to have fun with that. All right. If you still want to go back over there, you can check out my live previously if you want to, and just comment in the comment section something including the word bamboo. That's there's always going to be a word that you have to include, but you can just stay here. Honestly, I'm constantly giving things away. So if you missed today, you can catch the next one. We've got 8 minutes left of session number 1. You're doing fantastic. Keep going, keep grinding. See how much progress you can make with your project. See how far you can get, if you can get close to knocking it out. Oh, I love that, Brittany. So I'm looking at the questions. I saw some question marks and I was like, ooh, Brittany asked, can we do a Zoom about Sirona? Now, my crochet club, I have 2 different membership programs. I have my loyal supporters on YouTube and they pay $1.99 a month. You get 1 exclusive live. You get exclusive emojis that you can use during live. So if you are a loyal supporter member on my YouTube channel, go crazy with those emojis. They're exclusive to you. You know, like really use and abuse that. Like have fun with that. But my crochet club that's over on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. If you go to my crochet club, that's $7.99 a month, but we do a weekly live where I teach something, I talk about something. And we also do competitions, challenges, we do games, like we're playing crochet bingo tonight. And there are real prizes. I went and I bought more prizes. So there are real prizes that people win and I ship the prizes to the winners. There's free access to my pattern vaults. There's just so much over there. And there's a 7-day free trial too. So if you want to like check it out, like go in there and snoop and see like what's inside Tiffany's crochet club membership, you can do that for 7 days and decide if it's for you or not. But I encourage you to give it a try. It's amazing. I do so much over there and there's so much more that we're doing. There's so many opportunities. Right now we're also doing a cardigan, an exclusive cardigan crochet along project. People wanted to make a cardigan together. I have a lot of people that don't have the confidence. They're like, I just don't feel comfortable making a wearable, but I really want to. And so we're making a cardigan together. And you can hop over there and check out that crochet along project and see if that's something that you would like to do too. Yeah, there's just so much. So I hope that you give it a peek, because as things get even, like I add even more and even more, I'm sure next year, the things that I plan on adding, that the price is going to have to go up to accommodate. So get in there now, grandfather yourself into a price so that way you can just enjoy the perks. Okay. But Brittany was asking about the Sirona. So one of the Wednesdays, I asked people like, what would you like me to feature as a topic this week? And she just asked like to feature the Sirona. And I love that. talk about Serona. Cool. Got it written down. Sweet. We have 4 minutes and 50 seconds left of session number 1. See if you can look down, buckle down. You got this. You got this. You can do this. Focus, focus. All right, let's look at these questions here. Oh, unfortunately, Brittany, it sounds like you aren't going to be able to make it tonight. It's okay. I'm glad that you made it Saturday. I do 2 Saturdays a month too. So on top of having a live every single Wednesday evening, I do 2 lives a month on a Saturday. I kind of do it every other Saturday. And that way I can have an 11 a.m. meeting on a Saturday for my international people. That 7 p.m. on a Wednesday is just, it's a little too late for them to join. So I kind of like throw in 2 a month for people that can't make it that day. They can make it this day. Did anyone else get booted? Oh no. I'm here. Better late than never. I don't know, Donna, but keep me in the loop, okay? Oh, thank you so much, Diane. That means the world. She says, I love Tiffany's Crochet Club. Oh, that means so much. I put a lot of time and energy into that. I hope you do love it. Would make a beautiful shawl. It would. Linda says, Fiber Lady behind the scenes tour is amazing. Yes, I love that he does that. He takes great pride in just showing people how it's done, you know? He loves showing people how it's done. Can you answer my question about tassels? Let me look. Let me go back and look. Missed it. Saw the Serona. Oh, there we go. Got it, Brittany. Okay. What's a good way to make a tassel for a blanket? Ooh, there's a couple ways you can make a tassel. One is you can just attach. Here, I'll show you. About 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Okay. I wasn't going to do this, but because I want to demo, I'm going to do this. Okay. Let's say, I don't want to show this yet, but let's say you have like your blanket. This is your blanket. This is an example. Okay. Say you have your blanket and you want to add tassels to it. So one way is you can take some yarn and just kind of find how long you want it to be. Like I want my tassel to be like, say, that long. Okay. You're going to cut out. You want a lot. Well, depends on how thick you want your tassel to be, right? So just kind of like lining up the tops and then following it to the bottom and cutting it in line. Do that a couple times. I personally will do 4, at least 4. Like 4 is my minimum. Okay. So you have your 4 strands, right? Bend it in half. Make sure it's all like level-ish. Okay. Then take your crochet hook, pop it into a stitch or a corner, depending on where you want your tassel to be. Put the loops, or put the crochet hook in the loops, like that. Then I'm going to pull those loops through the stitch of the work. Then I'm going to yarn over the tails. I'm going to open up. That you can't see that with crap. Open up that so I can like easily just pull those tails through the loop. And then I pull tight. This is either fringe or a tassel. Some people call it one, some people call it the other. Now, the other way you could do it. Do I have 15 seconds? Got 10 seconds, guys. And then session number 1 is done. Let me see if I got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, session number 1 has just ended. We're going to do a 5-minute transition. Oopsie. The 5-minute transition is for people to find a good pausing, stopping place. If you've reached if you're in a project and you go really close to finishing the row or getting to a good place to pause, then just get there. That's what the transition is for. Just get to that good pausing, stopping spot. Then fold your project nice and neatly, put it back in its project bag, its bin, its place on the shelf, wherever you keep it. That way, you know, it's nice and neat. We didn't have to like crumple it and throw it. And then you can grab project number 2, have that ready to go. You can start project number 2 right now if you want to, or you can grab something to drink. I highly encourage you to stay hydrated. I'm drinking flavored water right now. I'm loving it right now. And if you need to use the restroom, it's just a really good like intermission kind of like break. Great to keep the vibe chill, right? If we're going to do the other form of tassel, usually I like to have something that is going to be the length that I want the tassel to be. So if I want my tassel to be like this long, I can use this side. If I want my tassel to be longer, I can flip it and have it be like this long. I've seen people do like giant books, or I mean, you can really use anything. It can be your cell phone if you want to use your cell phone. But you grab like something, you take your yarn, okay? And I'm gonna align the yarn. I'm gonna start the starter tail right at the base, right there. Okay. And then I'm gonna wrap loosely. You don't want to wrap too tight, because if you wrap tight, then when you release, 1, it'll be harder to release the tassel from the object, and 2, when you do release it, it'll recoil or bounce back to the length that it naturally wants to relax to, and your tassel, the shape will be off from what you expected, right? And then you just kind of keep wrapping however thick you want your tassel to be. So I'll be like, okay, that's good. And then I'll come to the other side where the yarn's attached, align it to the bottom, and just cut it flush, cut it flush. Great. Then I'll remove it. Okay, remove it. Going to take some yarn, and I'm just gonna, it's hard to like show. So I got my finger right there. I'm gonna pinch around the finger, take the yarn, and I'm gonna wrap it around the base of my finger. Kind of like you're making like this would be at the head, and you're kind of going around a neck kind of thing. Do that however many times that you like that. Then cut that. And I'm going to see if I can get close enough to show you guys. So got my tail, got my loop, got the neck right there. And take my tail, I'm going to make sure I'm around, hold my finger in it the way, so that way when I come back around, there's some there's some slack there that I've held back. So when I bring my tail back, I can just tuck it where my finger's at to create that knot. Tuck it under. Tuck it under. There we go. I can remove my finger, can pull that tight for a knot. There we go. And then I have my little tassel. And I would take my scissors on this side. There we go. Cut those. You'd be like, Tiffany, wait, you haven't attached it to anything. Like, yes, I know. You made the tassel. Grab your crochet hook, put it through the head, through the top. Got it? And now I'm going to take the yarn, crochet hook, pull that yarn through the head. Now what I could do here, you could do one, or you could like make this go through, like you could pull this through however many times you want. Okay. Right, our break is over. Our break is over. 20-second or 20-minute session. Session number 2 has just begun. Hopefully you have your second project good to go. And begin. Hyper focus. Look at your project. See how far you can get, how much work you can knock out, and see how close you can get to actually finishing project number 2. By the way, if you finished a project this week, let me know. I want to party with you. I want to celebrate because it feels so, so good to finish a project. So let me know. Okay. So here I am, right? Got this tassel. Take my project. If you want to do like a tassel in the corner, I'm going to take my crochet hook into the corner stitch, or place it into the corner stitch. I'm going to grab just one of the yarns. So it'll look like that. And then I'm just going to tie that with a knot to the end. And again, if you want to, if you're like, that does not look as secure as I would like it to, you can take your crochet hook and you can insert it into the corner, and you can insert it underneath all the loops of the top of your tassel. Grab that tail, yarn over, and pull it through everything. And just kind of do that over and over again. So stick my crochet hook back into that corner stitch, back through the center of the top of that tassel, grab the tail, pull the tail through again. And then when you feel like you've made enough loops securing the top of the tassel with the corner, then you can just make a knot with your 2 tails. And then what you can do, instead of tying or cutting these tails, you can take your crochet hook and go underneath. So you got the tassel, right? Take your crochet hook underneath all those that we did for like the neck of the tassel. Grab your 2 loose tails and pull them through. Did I get them? Yep, I got them. Wait, I missed one. I got one. Get the other one. So awkward to like do this and show, because how I would normally do it would look very different. But pull that through. Great. And then it's all cleaned up, and I don't have to worry about like weaving any ends in. I just kind of like took those tails and sucked them through the tassel so it all would mesh. And then you can clean up the neck of the tassel, like kind of straighten everything up, clean it, and then ta-da, then you have a tassel. And then what I would do next is I would take my scissors and I would comb all these strands, and then I would cut them clean so it had a really nice, clean finish to the tassel. But that's how you would make a tassel. I have a video on it too. I don't know if I have multiple ways. It's been a long time since I did that video. But check out my channel and look for tassels. And there'll be a more tutorial like feel look to it that might help you out a little bit. But I hope that gave you a basic idea of tassels, right? So fun. All right. Let's go ahead. And I'm going to, since I had to scroll back because I missed this question, now I'm going to scroll forward and see what I missed. Right. You guys are doing fantastic. Everyone that's just showed up, welcome. This is our Wednesday Whip Knockout, where we have 3 20-minute sessions that we hyper focus on projects that we just haven't touched in a long time. And I have a timer. So all you have to do is look down, not even look at the screen, just look down, hyper focus on your project and try to chisel away at it just a little bit. And then every Wednesday we come back here and you chisel away a little bit more and a little bit more. And eventually your project is done. And all you've done is given it the smallest bit of attention every single week. And then you cleared up the space on your shelf that project took up real estate. It made it so like, you couldn't put anything else there. Now that project is done, you can move it on by giving it to whoever it was supposed to go to or donating it. If maybe you were purposely making it for a donation, or maybe you were just making it because you wanted to make something and now it's like, well, what do I do with this? You could always donate it. And, just finishing those projects also feels so good, right? It feels so, so good. All right. Okay, here I got Toya. Toya says it's $7.99 a month for your crochet club. Yes, it is over in my on my website, my crochet club. So my loyal supporters here on YouTube, that's $1.99. My loyal supporters, you get 1 live a month and you get exclusive emojis whenever you join one of these lives, any of my lives. You get exclusive emojis. My crochet club membership over on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. It's $7.99 a month because we get a live every single day where I can see you, I can hear you. It has a Zoom option. So you can choose to enter into the Zoom or stay behind the scenes and just like observe the meeting like we're doing right now. And it's really fascinating to be able to hang out in the same Zoom together. It feels like we're all in the same room and you can ask me questions and we just have a great time. On top of the weekly lives, which I do one every Wednesday and then I got 2 Saturday meetings a month that I do. We've got games where like tonight we're playing crochet bingo and I have actual physical prizes that I will ship to the winners. We do challenges. We do contests. I teach exclusive things. Right now we're also doing an exclusive cardigan crochet along project together that I will only be doing there, breaking every step down. And then if somebody has a question, they just come to the meeting and I can like really dig into that question even deeper because I can hear from you. I can hear your pain point. I can hear where the challenge is and I can walk you through it. It's so incredibly awesome. And then you also get access to my entire pattern vault. You get all my patterns for free, and then what else is over there? We got a book club. We have book club over there. There's just so much. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff, but even more is on its way. And so, yeah, it's a lot. And the people there are amazing. I feel so incredibly blessed. Awesome. Cool. All right. So now that I've answered all questions, we have 11 minutes and 50 seconds left of session number 2. Please hang in there with me. After session number 2, we're going to do a nice stretch. It's going to feel oh so good. And then in session 3, I'm announcing the winner to a giveaway. So please stick around so you don't miss that. Some things that I want to mention. Next week, guys, and I'll mention this again before we leave, there's no meeting next week. I know every Wednesday we've been meeting, and I've been consistent every Wednesday for 6-8 months at this point that I brought it to YouTube. I was doing this, almost a year, over a year. Holy cow. I might be like, I'm always off on my time, always off on my time. But I very rarely miss a weekly Wednesday Whip Knockout, but May is insane for me. So next week I'm going to be in Chicago. I'm not even going to be home. I'm going to be at the H&H event in Chicago, and I am hoping to do a lot of, I'm going to try to capture a ton of content on social media. So if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Facebook, on TikTok, I'm going to be, those apps, I'm just going to be throwing around things. On YouTube, I will be like putting clips together and kind of sharing like a collage. A collage of like events that I experienced while I was there in Chicago at the H&H event. And then at the very end of May is my crochet retreat. So the very last Wednesday of the month of May, we will also not have a meeting because I will be traveling / in a whole other state. So I'm not going to be available that Wednesday either. You can still join my crochet retreat. If I have 2 private rooms available, if you want to come, still not too late. It's right there. It's right around the corner. I can't believe I got Premier Yarns to come on board. So Premier Yarns is donating a whole bunch of stuff to all the people attending to the meeting. And I'm like, this is incredible. I'm so excited. So we've got the people participating is Della Q, Jimmy Bean Wool, Knitting Fever. We've got some donations from, again, Premier Yarns. I know I'm going to skip somebody. I don't want to skip anybody. Who do I got over here? Oof. I want to make sure I don't miss. We Crochet. We Crochet donated a bunch of stuff to people attending. It's going to be amazing. We got everybody attending. They're going to get a welcome bag. So a bunch of goodies. We're going to have a yarn tasting night where people get to sample brand new yarns or different textured yarns. We're going to play a very extreme crochet bingo where there's going to be extreme prizes. But and then I'm teaching a special project, and the event is a retreat. It's at a private location, so it's just us. And we're going to be able to just relax and crochet, and it's going to feel so good. So good. So if that sounds good to you, I got 2 private rooms left. You could still come. So just check out my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. It's right there on the top. It's a crochet retreat 2025. So check it out. It's going to be incredible. So that's also going to be in May. So much in May. So I wanted to give you guys a giant heads up on that. Yola says, I asked a question above the making of the tassel. Great lesson. Oh, above that. Okay, let me check that out. If I don't see it, Yola, if you could just ask it again, I want to make sure I can answer that for you. Get lost in the comments. So there's the tassel. Yola, hello from NYC. Let's see if I can find it. Yola, I'm having trouble finding it. Can you do me a favor and can you ask it again for me? That way I can make sure I answer it. I would really appreciate that. I want to make sure I get to your question. Awesome. Okay. Other things that I want to get to. So we have 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. 7 minutes left of session number 2. North Texas Yarn Crawl just started on Friday. If you are anywhere close to North Texas, for the next 2 weeks, all of the local yarn shops in the area. So Saturday, the 26th, didn't know if you knew this, Saturday was local yarn shop day. So cool. It was a great day to kick off this event. But North Texas Yarn Crawl, it's going for 2 weeks. If you hit, they have a stamp card, and every shop you go to, if you get a stamp, they give you like a free stitch marker. It's part of the whole event. If you hit up if you get like all the places, locations stamped, you can ship or mail in the card, and you can enter into win like a big prize. There's some shops they're called trunk shows, and an artist, like an indie dyer or the artist, the dyer of one of the yarns that's featured in that shop can show up and show off some of the brand new colors that they're playing with, some of the different textures, styles, just kind of show off. Some locations actually feature an exclusive yarn for this event where they will have like the yarn crawl yarn. So it's like a special color or something like that. It's a lot of fun. And it's actually how I discovered Fiber Lady, by like looking at this agenda and going to all the yarn shops in the area, I was like, oh my gosh, it was a really cool road trip. It was like a fun road trip, just kind of like going for a drive. Texas is huge. So North Texas is like, it's like 2 hours. Like, it's like a big triangle. It's like 2 hours, 2 hours, then 2 hours, like 2, 2, 2. And then there's, I don't think it's Chattanooga. No, I don't remember the name of it, but there is a yarn shop that's kind of like the outlier. It's like an hour away, like an hour south. And so it's like way out of the way, but it's still North Texas. So still part of it. It's the only one I haven't been to. And I've heard that it's quite the location to go check out. And I'm like, I still have not been there. I need to check it out. But wanted to give you guys all a heads up. If you're around, check out the North Texas Yarn Crawl. If you're not in Texas, you're in a different state, Google your state and yarn crawl. Every state, I've heard that every state has one. It's just a great way to bring awareness to local yarn shops and have some fun. So if you Google yarn crawl in the state of whatever state you live in, it'll pop up some dates for you. And hopefully you haven't missed it. But if you have, then just like put a reminder to like remind you next year that you don't want to miss it. La, la, la. Looking at my notes. Oh, so I didn't know if you guys noticed, but over on my website, I am bringing a lot of kit boxes back. There's been a lot of requests from people. There's a button on my website where if I ran out of something, you can request like it to be restocked. Now, if it's a yarn, like one of my yarns that, like one of my Ecolux bamboo yarns, if it was a special color and it's been asked to restock, it's highly unlikely that I'll be able to restock it because of the dye lot. Whenever you're working with yarn that's indie dyed or hand dyed, then every dye lot is going to be a little different, and it's really hard to recreate sometimes. And so I have a couple different yarns of mine that people have asked requests, and we've tried to recreate it, and we have not been able to recreate it, unfortunately. So that one's a little tricky. But the kit boxes, I had a lot of people asking about my boho kit box, my boho basket kit box. I have had some people asking about my blossom pillow kit box. And what was the other one? My heirloom blanket / beanie set. It's like a set. The heirloom blanket beanie set kit in the color Little Mouse. So the Little Mouse brown, which is absolutely adorable, so cute, and is gender neutral, can go both genders and be absolutely adorable. So I wanted to let you guys know the boho basket is back, and I've added 2 new colors. And I know we've talked about this before, but I have a couple other colors that I would love to add. I think when we were talking about doing like a blue and a red. I think that's what we like when we had this conversation, something we talked about. And so those are 2 that I would love to get out eventually. The heirloom baby blanket / beanie set. I have both colors back in stock. So I have that Little Mouse brown back. Yes, that one is hard. That one goes out of stock really fast. And I have the antique white. So both are very clean, very gender neutral. And because I have both colors, I can also fill the Lost Time Heirloom Teddy Bear kit. That one, I have not gone live with that one yet, but I plan on doing that very soon, bringing that kit back to the website, making that live again, because a lot of you had so much fun with that teddy bear kit. And also the Blossom pillow cover. It's just the cover, but I include the zipper, the yarn, the crochet hook, the yarn needle, and I think, was there anything else that was part of that kit? I think the sewing needle and the thread to attach the zipper to the pillow cover. I think that was included too. Yeah. And so I have everything back for that too. So I can bring that kit back as well. Just wanted to let you guys know, if you were feeling like kit fever, check out my kits. Also, my first t-shirt was made exclusively for you guys. I made a t-shirt that anyone who wants so badly to try to make a wearable but doesn't feel quite comfortable doing so, you can make this top. I made it as straightforward and simple as possible. I used my yarn, and honestly, if you buy the kit, you're getting the yarn at a discount. So trying to make the kit affordable as I possibly could. Session number 2 is over, but I wanted to make sure that you guys could have access to my Ecolux yarn. It's great yarn for a wearable. So I made it happen. I was able to finagle things to make that price down as low as I possibly could. All right, so we have just finished session number 2. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to wrap up the project because, like I said, I don't want you to feel anxiety. I don't want you to feel any stress. If you're really close to finishing a row or getting to good pausing, stopping spot, I want you to be able to get there and be able to put your project away nice and neatly. And then as soon as you have put your project away, I would love for you to stand with me and do some stretches. Now, I'm just going to, I say this varying times every week, but I'm going to say this right up front today. And that is, I am a crocheter. I am not a physical therapist or a doctor. So if any of the stretches that I show you today are stretches that you know my body doesn't move like that, or I feel pain when I do that motion, then don't do it. Feel free to substitute in a different stretch, a different movement. The whole idea of this is really to get our body to kind of like move, because we've just been sitting for 50 minutes, and as any seasoned crocheter knows, every 40 to 60 minutes, you really should move your body for blood circulation, oxygen circulation, and just to prevent aches and pains from accruing from starting. So you guys over on TikTok, you're fine, but everybody over on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, you guys just need a little lift so that way you can see me a little bit better. And we're going to go out. There we go. Cool. Standing is a big deal. So if anything, just stand, and it's going to help you so much. We were just sitting for, again, at least 50 minutes, depending on how long you were sitting before you even found me. 30 seconds, guys. Just going to kind of get our body moving, bring our body to homeostasis, which is just the level playing field. Like, bring everything back to like where everything is back to balance, 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 balance. All right, 10 seconds. Please join me. If anything else, just standing up. Don't just watch me. That's weird. And 1. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do 5 stretches with you. They change every week. Try to keep things fresh. Try to keep things different. Okay, starting with our neck. There's only so many stretches that we got for the neck, so you're going to see these fluctuate a little bit more. Let's do yeses and nos, okay? Starting with yeses. So have our head go all the way back, as far back as you can. So back. And then chin to your chest, down. So there's 1. So that's my yeses. Back and forward. There's 2. We're going to do 5. Back and forward. There's 3. Back and forward. There's 4. 1 more. Back and forward. There's 5. Great. Now let's do nose. So we're not doing this. This is not the no I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about look as far to the right or left as you can. Like literally as far as you can. And then go the other side. There's 1. Back. And the other side. 2. Back. And the other side. 3. Back. And to the other side. 4. Back. And the other side. 5. Great. Those are the yeses and nos. Next, I'm going to do giant arm circles. Giant arm circles are fantastic because it really, one, gets the rotator cuff here. It also helps with our chest and our shoulders and just kind of like well-rounded stretch here. So whatever arm you want to start with. It's funny because one of these, I got my camera and my phone, one mirrors me and the other one has me like dead on. So if I say one arm, you're gonna be like, wait, what? Somebody's gonna be like, wait, what? So pick an arm, any arm. Puzzle piece. Oh, wait. Which of these objects are associated with headwear? Confirm. They ask these silly questions. Okay. Here we go. Forward, up, back. There's one. We're going to do 5. Forward, back. There's 2. Forward, back. There's 3. Forward, back. There's 4. One more. Forward, back, and 5. Let's do the other side. Okay. Forward, back. There's 1. Forward, back. 2. Forward, back. 3. Forward, back. 4. Forward, back. 5. Oh, feels so good. All right, let's do some forearm stretches. These are super common for crocheters. So take our hand, palm facing us. Take the other hand, thumb behind the wrist, fingers on our palm to flatten it out. Elbows bent. Then once you've flattened out the palm, then go ahead and extend your arm slowly. And you're going to feel the stretch all right here. And it feels so good. Okay, hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then bend your elbow back to release. Let's do the other side. Okay, hand facing you, thumb behind the wrist, flatten that out, elbows bent, and then elongate that, extend it. Hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. Everybody over on TikTok, if you could give me a heart, I would love that. Trying to see how many I can get. It's like a goal. My other goal, bend the arm and just kind of shake that out, is I have these little like cotton candy heart things. Try and get 3 of them. We're going to see if we can make that happen. I can get a hot dog. That's the ultimate goal. It's a hot dog. All right. So we just did 3 stretches. We did our yes and no's. We did our big arm windmill things. We just did our forearm stretches. Finger flashes is next. I do these often when I'm like in a pinch or just needing to do something really fast. So we're going to start with our hands in little fists, balled in fists, and then we're going to extend it as wide as we can make our fingers go, like stretch as wide. It's like a big stretch. Then back down and stretch as wide as you can. There's 2. Let's do 5. So down, 3, ball, 4, ball, and then 5. Oh, great. Just like sometimes I'll do this. So it's much faster. It's not like that slow, but it gives you the idea of what's going on. So did neck, arms, 2, 3, 4. The 5th stretch is always going to be for our lower back. And that's because I always do the neck and always lower back, because when we're crocheting, we're usually in a C curve, down and tucked here. And so I try to just kind of bring everything back. So to stretch out our back, what do I want to do today? So many options here. I'm just going to do a side bend. I think that's going to be the best option for us to do today. So I'm going to put my hand on my hip. My other hand, I'm going to have straight. I'm going to bring it up and over my head. I'm just going to bend to the side and let this stretch real good. This also gets to the lower back a little bit, especially if I bend forward or I bend back. Just kind of like rotate your body to feel that stretch. Let it feel real, real good. Hold for about 5 seconds and then bring it back and switch sides. Ready? Right, here we go. And the popping. I heard popping. Did you hear popping? I heard popping. Forward. And back. Feel that stretch. Then bring it back. That's it. That's it. That's all we had to do. 5 quick stretches. Hopefully that felt really good. Kind of like just woke you up a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead, set the clock. I'm starting session number 3 right now. So you can begin while I like move everything back into regular position. I don't want you to wait on me. You just get started right now. I'm going to go and zoom you in a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Oh, so good. Okay, I do see a couple questions here. Again, if you have questions, please start with a couple question marks. If I missed your question, at this point, I have so many questions, or I have so many comments that things are getting buried. So if I missed your question, please re-ask your question in here so I can keep moving forward. I don't want to miss anybody's question, but I also want to make sure that if I don't want to keep digging and spend time digging. Okay. I'm going to look for questions, and then after that, I'm going to announce the winner to the giveaway. So hang in there with me, guys. Hang in there with me. Let's go, because I saw some. Let's go back even further. All right. Lana Nana Crochet says, good afternoon. Hello, guy, or hello. I'm so glad you could make it. Hi, Air Lover. I'm glad you could make it. Oh, Linda, I like the idea of going back and watching previous Whip Wednesday knockouts. I mean, I designed them so that way it's very easy to go back and watch a replay. Oh, here we go. Linda says, Waxahachie. That's it. Thank you. My cousin loves that yarn shop. I haven't been yet. Do you know if Cynthia's Corner is still open in Gainesville? I don't. That's a great question. I haven't done the tour in a couple of years, or the yarn crawl. I haven't done the yarn crawl in a couple of years. Every time around this time of year, I tend to get really busy, and I haven't been able to make it. Oh, Errol over here says I want to get the pillow kit. So there's no pillow insert. It's a pillow cover, but it's super easy to go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or just Amazon, Walmart, and get a pillow insert. Because there was no box or bag big enough for me to put the pillow insert, but I'm going to have everything for you to make the pillow cover to go over the pillow. How many years have you been crocheting? Pam says, ooh, oh my gosh. So my mom says I've been crocheting since I was 3 years old. My grandmother used to watch me babysit, right? And she loved to crochet. She would crochet giant Afghans of motifs. She would make all these individual motifs, and she'd join them together. And she would make Barbie clothes, and she would crochet. She'd just crochet all these different things. And I was a hyperactive child, and she found that by having me focus on chaining, she had me chain for the longest time. But having me focus on chaining, it brought me to this really mellow zone where I'd be so hyper focused on doing this action that I would calm down and be a much more manageable child to babysit. So I would say I officially started crocheting back when I was 3. I have some amazing pieces of work that my mom has kept around, and she actually gave them to me a couple of years ago. You know, these gorgeous pieces of work. It was like, oh boy, you kept that. Like, oh gosh, that's awful. But she got me started. She showed me how to make a single crochet, like row 1 with single crochet stitches. But my passion from that grew on my own, and I did a lot of teaching myself. I remember I would get those books from Walmart or Joann's, where it was like, I can't believe I'm crocheting or something like that. And I would just kind of teach myself. There was no YouTube, and I was a child, and so I didn't openly and actively tell people, hey, can you crochet with me? Or can you teach me something about crochet? Or, hey, I have a question. Or like, there's none of that. I was like a closet crocheter all through high school. Like, I didn't want anyone to know that I crocheted. It wasn't until Like my husband and I met in high school. I made him a blanket for his senior year for graduation, and his brother gave me so much crap. He's like, that's what old people do. And I'm like, shut up. But yeah, then things really kicked off in my 20s when I started making things for other people, baby gifts and stuff like that. That's when things really kicked off for me. But I've been crocheting for a long time. Donna says 2 questions. Do you do this live every Wednesday, and do you have a Facebook group? Yes, I do this live every Wednesday, except May is a little wonky because I have a lot going on in May. So you can put on your calendar to check to see if I'm here live every Wednesday. I'm going to be here on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I do not have a private Facebook group. I have my crochet club membership, and that's where I give all my external time and attention. I had a Facebook group once upon a time, but I was there so rarely that people would call me out and ask, like, is this thing still active? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I was just spread so thin in so many different places that I would forget to check certain locations, and it was crazy. I had to downsize. So no Facebook group, but I have an amazing crochet club that you should definitely check out. Then Karen says, hi, Tiffany. I would love to do the exercises, but cannot. Love your crocheting. Going to do my first shawl soon. No worries. I totally get the whole can't do certain stretches and stuff. The whole idea is just to kind of try to move your body a little bit, right? We just get so locked in, so hyper-focused in one position that we forget. And because we stay in this position for so long, our body starts to get pain points and it starts to get those aches. And then we push past them. We ignore those aches because we want to keep crocheting. We want to keep doing what we love. And then problems start happening. And then you have things that you need to now treat instead of prevent. And it's a big circle. So what I'm just basically trying to get you to do is move. Just move. And if you can do that, that's the biggest thing. Amanda says, hey, Tiffany, do you have a pattern for a toaster cover? That sounds amazing. I do not. That sounds so fun. I'm sure that if I were to look, though, my first place that I would look would be Pinterest.com. And then I would look at Ravelry.com. Those are my first 2 patterns. Now, if you're somebody who needs a video tutorial, I would just simply, first I would start with YouTube, do a YouTube search. And then if you can't find anything on YouTube, I do a Google search because maybe somebody has a pattern tutorial on their personal website that they don't have the video on YouTube, right? They have it on their website. So those are the locations that I would search. I wish that I could do a toaster cover for you. That sounds amazing. But right now, my request list is crazy. And I already have locked in tutorials scheduled. So unfortunately, I cannot make that happen. However, if you, Amanda, were to join 2 options, if you were to join my crochet club, you could put in the requests of things that we do together. You could put that in a request of something we do together. Or I do offer private lessons. I offer private 1-hour sessions that you can purchase and we can just do it together one-on-one. That you can find on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, under shop. And then it's one-on-one sessions that you can purchase private with me and we can work on something together. Pam says, or Etsy may have a pattern. That is true. Etsy is option 3. Don't forget the giveaway. Thank you. Let's go ahead and take care of that right now. All right, we got 10 minutes and 45 seconds left of session number 3, but we are going to take a second and announce the winner. To this amazing, ginormous hank of yarn. 17. Okay. What's also amazing is because my Wednesday Whip knockouts don't get a lot of views, not a lot of people know about the giveaways. So like, for example, this particular giveaway, there's only 32 people. Some of my major giveaways that I would do openly, if I were to do just a specific giveaway on my channel, I'd get more around like 700 or higher. But with these small little Wednesday Whip knockouts, you have 32. That's it. so the likelihood of winning goes up a lot. Just try to make it. The more people that find out about these Whip Wednesday knockouts or Wednesday Whip knockouts, eventually it might grow a little bit more, but right now it's still a hidden secret. All right, you guys ready? Could you give me drums? If you're following right now and you're on a phone, it's the drum emoji. Can you give me some drums? Be like that, kind of like pump it up, get some excitement going for this live giveaway announcing the winner. If you're watching from a computer, you can just hit BRRR for like, if you're watching from a TV, just enjoy. Just have fun and enjoy. All right, here we go. Gonna hit the button. Also, guys, soon as I'm going to bring the dimmer down so you can see. Please congratulate whoever wins. Almost every single time I announce a winner, I'd say 90% of the time, this is the first time they ever won something. So let's please join in celebrating, congratulating this person. It could be a very special moment. We want to make sure that that continues on. So here we go. You guys are amazing. All right, so here we go. The winner, Cecilia Perez, 3503. Cecilia Perez, 3503. Congratulations, Cecilia. Okay, so after this live, I'm going to go back to your comment, Cecilia, and I am going to reply to your comment. So hopefully you are subscribed to my channel and your notifications are turned on. So that way, when I respond to this comment, you'll get a notification saying Tiffany has responded to your comment. Just read the comment, follow through on all of the things that I instruct you to do. And it's basically going to say, hey, share with me where you'd like me to send your prize. And I always ask for people to let me know what their reaction was when they heard that they were a winner, because I so wish that I could have been there in person to like say, do that. Do you guys remember those things? Am I dating myself a little bit? Where it's like those giveaways where they would knock on your door with a giant check and they would like do confetti and like give you like announce that you were the winner like way ahead of time. I'm like, is that making me sound really old? But this kind of what I wish that I could do for you is knock on your door and be like, you won, congratulations. So congratulations, Cecilia. I'm thrilled for you. I'm going to screenshot this. And again, I'm going to respond to your comment, giving you instructions as soon as this live ends. Wow. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Publishers Clearinghouse. Hey, check it out. Yeah, Bean knows. Yeah, a couple of you. You guys are so funny. You're like, yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right, we got 6 minutes, 30 seconds left of the third session. We're almost over. Can you believe that? Whew. Okay, so just a quick recap. No meeting next week, okay? Because I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be in Chicago. But you can always check out my replays. Over on YouTube, I have a whole playlist of all these replays that are just waiting for you. We have a lot of fun each and every time. Also, if you're a part of my crochet club over on my website, we're playing Crochet Bingo tonight. I hope you can make it. And then also, please check out my kit boxes and see if there's anything over there that you're interested in at all, something that might pique your interest. And also, you guys, do you guys like kit boxes? Is that something I should do more of? I originally offered them because people were having a really hard time getting their hands on materials, whether it was they couldn't make it to the store or they didn't live anywhere close to a Michael's or a Joann's or a Hobby Lobby or wherever I got my materials. And so it was harder for them to get it. And so our kit box is something that like thumbs up, thumbs down, like indifferent, like don't care either way. Like, let me know. Last thing, because we have 5 minutes, really cool topic. So I've been trying to figure out a direction to take, content. What are things that you really would really you would enjoy watching, right? You'd enjoy watching, get great value out of. I love to teach. I've heard from many people that I'm a fairly good teacher, and I love the feedback because it's validating. It makes me feel like, okay, I'm doing a good job. Okay, that's good. I'm a good teacher of projects. Can't do projects all the time because I tried to do that once upon a time, and crochet takes time, right? So doing like tutorial after tutorial after tutorial is exhausting. But that's why I'll put like an information piece, like a video of like crochet health or tips, tricks, or other information in there that's helpful, just to give myself like some time to do an actual project tutorial. But a couple things, really kind of like digging in to you guys. Didn't know if you knew this. First and foremost, the way that crochet or any content creator, the way YouTubers make any money is the ads that play in the video. If you skip the ad, then we get like a certain amount, like $5 every 1,000 views. That amount changes, it ranges, and it's never the same. No one knows the rhyme or reason, but that's how it works. And so if you watch the ad or let the ad just run, then every 1,000 ads that were just run, I get $5 or something like that, right? That's how I make money on YouTube. And if you ever have the ability to just kind of like let a playlist run in the background, that would be amazing. It would help me out a lot. YouTube is becoming very interesting right now, and just all the help I can get just to continue to provide for my family helps a significant amount. So I really appreciate you guys so much. You're amazing, and I love you, and thank you so much. But I understand that if I'm making a video that you don't want to watch, then I get it. You don't want to watch it, right? So I had somebody email me some suggestions, some ideas, and that's what I wanted to get across to you. This person said, are you going to be teaching any wearable how-to tutorials, not just blankets? Because apparently I do a lot of blankets, but not very many wearables. Like, okay. She said, on learning how to crochet different sweater garments and their different pattern styles, how to construct them, how to assemble them. Is this something that you guys would like to learn? Not just, here, I did a video tutorial on how to make this top. It's let me show you how to construct it. Let me show you how like different garments are pieced together. Is that something that sounds interesting to you? I know we already talked about ovals. Somebody wanted to learn about ovals. So I have that one on the agenda. But just trying to fill you guys out, because there's kind of like a balance. Sometimes people say they want to watch something, and then they're like, actually, I changed my mind. I don't really care. And then there's other times where people are they're like, I just try to make things that you guys really want to watch, right? So wearables, doing those periodically. You guys, if I did this, because like I mentioned, crochet takes a long time, right? It's a process. It's not something where I can just like, oh, I'm going to put together a top this week. Like if I were just to crochet and not focus on anything else, sure, I could make a top in a week. Yeah, I could do it. But because I have to make the top, write the pattern for the top, get the pattern tack edited to make sure I didn't make any random errors, or like I understood it, but you wouldn't understand it kind of thing. Then I have to record the tutorial. I have to edit the tutorial. And then all that has to be done. It's a lot, right? And so that's what makes it so difficult to do a tutorial every week. But if You guys want to see how it's put together, how it's constructed. What I could do is I could take that tutorial and I could show you all the parts, all the pieces. Like, okay, in this video, I'm going to show you, we're going to decide what structure, or this is the structure. This is the structure that we're going to be doing. We're going to make either a cardigan, a sweater, or a top. Session number 3 is done. Session number 3 is done. And then, so video 1 would be like establishing what we're making, the yarn that I'm choosing to use and why, substitutions that you can use and how to figure that out. And then the next video could be, it's almost like a crochet along, you know, kind of like that in a way. And the next video would be like, okay, so now let's go ahead and get started on this first piece. And so it's like breaking it down. This is the first piece we're working on. The next video would be the next piece. So it'd be very like crochet along-ish. Would you guys enjoy that? Would that be something you would like? Because I know some people, they just want the goods. They're like, just give me the information. And that takes a lot of time. All right. So this person reached out to me. She was interested. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to you guys. I'm going to get a feel, get a vibe. So I threw that out there and let me know your thoughts. Like really pour your heart out to me. Like, let me know what you think. What's something that you'd really enjoy actually watching, get good value out of that I could provide. Because I like being an educator. I like teaching. It's what I like to do. I'm not much for entertainment. Sorry. I do the best I can. But yeah, I just want to make a channel that you guys enjoy, you know, and I care about you. And I want to make sure that I can provide you with something both fun to watch, help you grow, and that you're interested in watching, right? You guys, session 3 is over. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you being here. You guys are incredible. I thank you so much for, like, of all the things that you could be doing, you were here spending time with me, and I love you so much for it. Please be on the lookout for my video that will be releasing this weekend. I hope you enjoy it. Those of you in my crochet club, I hope to see you tonight for some crochet bingo. And everybody else, remember, no meeting next week because I'm going to be in Chicago. I'll put a little note. I'll make some posts just as reminders. But I will see you full of energy, full of stories, and full of a bunch to talk about the following Wednesday. So make sure to mark your calendar, maybe even put a reminder in your phone for not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that, to come to my Wednesday Whip Knockout at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll be here. Take care, guys. Mwah. Have a great day.